Welcome to Mother-Daughter Projects. I'm Vicki. Today I'm going to make a simple blanket holder. I have a couple of extra blankets that I needed to store in my bedroom, and this is the perfect solution for them. I'm using a 2x3 that I found in the garage. I found the center and cut it in half on the miter saw. I clamped the two boards together and cut off a tiny bit more to make them both the same length. I found some old dowels in the garage, which I'm using as the spindles of the ladder. Here I'm cutting them all to 19 1/2 inches long. The laser light on this Milwaukee saw is really helpful to cutting exactly on your marked line. Yay, they're all the exact same length. To find the placement of the spindles, I drew a line down the entire length of the board and then marked a line 4 inches from the bottom and top edges for the location of spindles 1 and 4. I clamped both boards together so I could mark the spindle location on both boards at the same time. I use a nail set to make an indentation where the drill bit will start. Wearing a pair of gloves with this spring set keeps you from getting your fingers pinched. I'm using a 1 1/8 inch spade bit fitted into a Rockler drill guide. This tool has automatic stops, so all the holes will be the same depth. There was a bit of learning curve with this new-to-me tool. I finally learned slow and steady was the way to go, as well as clamping the tool to the workpiece. I tested the fit of the dowel in the hole and everything seemed to be okay, so I started to drill the rest of the holes. I added another board behind the drill guide for stability while drilling the remainder of the holes. A little cleanup and all the holes are finished. I headed outside to sand everything. To sand, I clamped the rigid sander upside down. This is easier for me than holding the sander as it's less fatiguing. I didn't show it, but after sanding, I realized all the dowels were not exactly 1 1/8 in diameter, so I had to do some extra sanding on the ends to get them to fit in the holes. Here I'm dry fitting the dowels into the sides of the ladder. Off camera, I used wood fill on some of the dents and rough places. I used wood glue to assemble the ladder. I added the dowels and twisted them around to distribute the glue in the hole. I did the same with the other side. A rubber mallet helped encourage the dowels to fully set into place. I clamped the ladder and let it dry overnight. The pool noodle is a visual reminder to walk around the clamps. Guess why we do this? A little cleanup of the glue with baby wipes before it dries. I stood the ladder up to prime it, but found this was not the most efficient way to paint. After priming, I painted with this bare high gloss enamel, which matches the trim in my house. And here it is, all done. It's exactly what I needed, and I was able to use all scrap wood that I found in the garage. If I was to do this again, probably would have bought new dowels, as for some reason the ones I used were all just a little bit different in diameter. Depending on the floor you are going to place this on, you could also cut angles at the top and the bottom where it leans. This is a simple design that can be customized to your needs by being taller, wider, thinner, more or less rungs, whatever you want. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more projects from us, please visit us at motherdaughterprojects.com.